Hey guys, another day. Hey, it's Billy at Marine Pro Service. We've been servicing that Monterey I was telling you about with the oil filter stuff yesterday, the one I sold new in '96. And part of the service, we drained the gear lube from the outdrive. This bottle on top right here is the gear lube monitor system. It's actually got wires that come out of the bottom of it that will give you a warning signal if your jive lube in this bottle gets low. Now, when you drain the gear lube from the outdrive, as we'll see here, and I'll pull the top off get my big fat hand out of the way, pull the cap off, and we'll throw it over here to the side. We look down inside, you actually can see that little float. There's barely the top of it there, but look at all of the sludge and spooge, and I don't want to know what the rest of that stuff is, but what we're going to do is we're going to have to remove this bottle and clean it, because if we don't, all that sludge in the bottom is not going to allow this tank to feed the outdrive should the outdrive have a seal failure. That's what this is for. If the outdrive has a seal failure, then the lube transfers from this tank down the hose, across the back of the engine, through the transom, through the woods, grandma's house, whatever. But we're going to have to clean it so it will actually work. Got the gear lube monitor system, little bucket out of the boat. You can see the two wires off to the side here that run to the warning system in the boat. There's a float built in the bottom. Probably stuck to the bottom now because of all that spooge that we saw. But all this dark and dirtiness on the exterior that you see here is like belt chatter, burn, whatever your terminology needs to be. This is off of the serpentine belt that's on this engine, going through time and spinning belts, and probably time for one of those as well. So we're going to pop the cap off of this again, and probably the simplest way to clean this, and we've done this in the past, is we will put a little gasoline down inside the bottle here and shake it around, and it'll take a while to get it out of all the cracks and crevices and crannies. I said crannies. Can you say that on YouTube? Anyway, we're going to check it out. Be clean here shortly. Got all the mess cleaned up out of the corners and as I said, the crooks and crannies and crevices, and got it cleaned up nicely. And if I pop the cap off of it again for you, you can see down inside now, you can plainly see that float. And what that float does is it rises up to a certain point, and then it'll, once the gear lube drops down somewhere, probably just at this line below, you'll get a warning beeper at the helm, and it'll be a beep, beep, broken tone. And what you got to look for then is oiling issues, be it this oil injection or this oiling system here for the outdrive, the gear lube monitor system, and or even oil pressure from the engine. If you get low oil pressure, you'll get a beep on a broken tone beep. If the engine runs hot, you'll get a solid tone horn, which is actually what happened to this cat right here, believe it or not. Bam, nastiness. Got parts on it for today. Be ready to rock and roll. Had to cut that baby off of the shaft. I'm getting off subject now, but anyway, that's a cooling system. Anyway, if you hear this one go bad, it's a solid tone, not the broken tone. This one is a broken tone. So now that we're all cleaned up and ready to rock and roll, we'll put this back together, put it back on the boat. We'll fill it back up to this top line here with Mercruiser's high performance gear lube. We use that. That's all we use here at Marine Pro Service. It's a synthetic blend, and it is good for bunches of horsepower, and actually will last you a couple of seasons of use, but you've got to keep up with the level on it and then change it every couple of years at least. On mine, we change it every year, whether it needs it or not, just because it's too cheap not to. Come see us at Marine Pro Service. Still need some help. You saw how easy this was. It's just one video to the next, and it was clean. Anybody can do it. Come see us.